A very good morning to all of you. This is Abhilasha Nata, your social science teacher, and I'm going to teach you political science for this session. So, in our last class, we have discussed about why defining democracy is essential, and after that, we discussed one of the feature of the democracy, that is major decisions by elected leaders. Why major decisions? In a democracy, the final decision making power must rest with those elected by the people, and why it is important in a democracy that all the final decision making power must rest with the people or the elected representative. Because of that, we go through that example from Pakistan, where President, you can say General Pervez Musharraf declared himself as the chief executive, and after that he declared himself as a president, and after that he make an order, that is a legal framework order, in the year 2002, where he amended the constitution of Pakistan. And um, according to that order, president can dismiss the national and provincial assemblies, and main powers will rest with military and president only. So we cannot say that president or military will do things accordingly. This is not a type of democracy. Democracy is something where final decision making power is with the people. Okay, all Pakistani people elected their representative, but they didn't have the power. Uh, but they didn't have the power to make the final decisions. Here, according to this legal framework order, the final powers were with the president and military only. So that's why, according to this incident, according to this experience, we should say, and we should say, or we should admit it, that in a democracy, the final decision making power must rest with those elected by the people. Now, there is a cartoon, okay, given on page number 5, this green colored cartoon here. What is this? You are saying this cartoon was drawn in the context of Latin America. Do you think it applies to the Pakistani situation as well? Think of other countries where this could apply. Does this happen sometimes in our country as well? Now, just look at this cartoon. क्या शो कर रहा है इस कार्टून में? आपको एक शो कर रहा है, लाइक एक मिलिट्री वेपन आप बोल सकते हो, एक सोल्जर के रूप में है, सोल्जर है। अब सोल्जर और मिलिट्री बोल सकते हो, और मिलिट्री के अंदर एक डेमोक्रेसी का बॉक्स। ये बॉक्स क्या सिंबलाइज कर रहा है? दिस बॉक्स सिंबलाइजेस वेयर यू इलेक्ट योर रिप्रेजेंटेटिव एंड यू पुट योर वोट into this box. Okay, where voters put their votes, or put their chits of votes, where they voted their candidate or representative, put their chits or ballots into this box. But this box is under this military coup. Just look at this. This is a soldier, ठीक है? ये एक आप बोल सकते हो टैंक है, मिलिट्री टैंक है, उसके अंडर डेमोक्रेसी के बॉक्स को डाल दिया, इसके हाथ में वेपन है. तो दिस इज शोइंग कि डेमोक्रेसी इज इन द हैंड्स ऑफ द मिलिट्री को. मतलब हम इलेक्टेड रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स भी किसके हैंड पे है? मिलिट्री कूप के हैंड पे है. हियर ऑल द मेजर डिसीजंस आर टेकन बाय द मिलिट्री कूप्स ओनली. ओके, so this is what we have read in this feature of democracy, in this example, where we understood why it is important uh, for a democratic country to put all their final powers within the hands of the elected representative only, right? Free and fair electoral competition. Now, in China, elections are regularly held after every 5 years for electing the country's parliament, called Guangzhou Reni Daibiao. Okay, this is the name. Underline this. This term. Kwangao Renin Daibao Dahui. This is the name of the country's parliament. China के parliament का name है National People's Congress. The National People's Congress has the power to appoint the president of the country. Who has the power to appoint the president of China? The National People's Congress has the power to appoint the president of the country. It has nearly 3,000 members elected from all over the China. Some members are elected by the army. Before contesting elections, a candidate needs the approval of the Chinese Communist Party. Okay, so before elections, candidate needs an approval from whom? Chinese Communist Party. What is the meaning of communism? Communism means a classless society. और एक क्लासलेस सोसाइटी को हम कम्युनिज्म बोलेंगे. हेयर ऑल द मेजर डिसीजंस रिगार्डिंग इकोनॉमिक और रिगार्डिंग पॉलिटिक्स विल बी टेकन बाय द गवर्नमेंट. ठीक है कि कम्युनिज्म में क्या होता है, क्लासलेस सोसाइटी होती है. गवर्नमेंट के जितने भी गेन्स होते हैं, प्रॉफिट्स होते हैं, या किसी भी इंडिविजुअल्स के प्रॉफिट होते हैं, वो किसके हाथ में रहते हैं? वो गवर्नमेंट के हाथ में होते हैं. ठीक है, यहाँ पे इकोनॉमी में कंट्रोल्ड रहता है और रिच और पुअर में ज्यादा डिफरेंस नहीं रहता है. ठीक है, ओनली वन कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी, मतलब वन पार्टी रूल होता है यहाँ पे. राइट, कम्युनिज्म का मतलब ये होता है. क्लासलेस सोसाइटी बोल सकते हो आप यहाँ पे, या फिर ये बोल सकते हो जितनी भी प्रॉपर्टी और वेल्थ है वो इंडिविजुअल्स ओन नहीं करते हैं, कम्युनिटी ओन करती है. और उसका डिसीजन की जो भी प्रॉफिट हुआ है वो कंट्री के डेवलपमेंट के लिए कैसे लगेगा, कोई इंडिविजुअल्स उसके लिए डिसीजंस नहीं ले सकता. ओके, only those who are members of the Chinese Communist Party or 8 smaller parties allied to it were allowed to contest elections held in 2002 and 3. Now, जो मेंबर्स है चाइनीज कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी के, चाइनीज कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी में एक छोटे छोटी 8 स्मॉल पार्टीज हैं, उन्होंने मिलके एक चाइनीज कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी बनाई है. ठीक है, 2002 और 2003 में बोला है ओनली दे वर अलाउड टू कंटेस्ट इलेक्शंस हेल्ड इन द ईयर 2002 and 3. The government is always formed by the Communist Party. In China, government हमेशा government Communist Party ही बनाती है. Since its independence in 1930, Mexico holds elections after every 6 years to elect its president. Okay, Mexico holds elections after every 6 years. अब कुछ कंट्रीज में 5 इयर्स के बाद इलेक्शंस होते हैं, कुछ कंट्रीज में 6 इयर्स के बाद. जैसे चाइना में 5 इयर्स के बाद इलेक्शंस हो रहे हैं, इंडिया में 5 इयर्स के बाद इलेक्शंस हो रहे हैं. बट इन मेक्सिको इलेक्शंस द 6 इयर्स टू elections held after every 6 years. Okay, has never been under a military or dictator rule, but until 2000 every election was won by a party called PRI. ठीक है, Institutional Revolutionary Party. This is the Institutional Revolutionary Party. Opposition parties did contest elections but never managed to win. The PRI was known to use many dirty tricks to win elections. All those who were employed in government offices had to attend its party meetings. Teachers of government schools used to force parents to vote for the PRI. Media largely ignored the activities of opposition's political parties except to criticize them. Sometimes the polling booths were shifted from one place to another in the last minute, which made it difficult for people to cast their votes. The PRI spent a large sum of money in the campaign for its candidates. Now just look at this example of Mexico. Mexico got its independence in the year 1930. Okay, but this country has never been under a military or dictator rule. Okay, but until 2000 every election, हर एक election कौन जीत रहा था? PRI, that is Institutional Revolutionary Party. Underline this. This is the full form of PRI, International Revolutionary Party, जो है 2000 तक जितने भी इलेक्शंस हुए हैं सारे इलेक्शंस उन्होंने जीते हैं. पार्टी इलेक्शंस कंटेस्ट करती थी. ठीक है, बहुत सारे पार्टीज इलेक्शंस कंटेस्ट करती थी, बहुत स्मॉल पार्टीज आती थी, बट कभी विन नहीं कर पाती थी. वो PRI जो है इंस्टीट्यूशनल रेवोल्यूशनरी पार्टी, बहुत से डर्टी ट्रिक्स खेलते थे इलेक्शंस को विन करने के लिए, बहुत सारी ब्राइबिंग करते थे, ठीक है, थ्रेट करते थे लोगों को कि अगर आपने हमारे लिए वोट नहीं किया तो हम उनको डरा के रखते थे, ठीक है। जो गवर्नमेंट स्कूल के टीचर्स थे उनको डरा के रखते थे कि अगर आप जो पेरेंट्स हैं उनको फोर्स नहीं करोगे हमें वोट करने के लिए तो आपकी जो जॉब है वो चली जाएगी। ऐसे करते हुए वो उनको बहुत ज्यादा थ्रेट करके रखते थे। समटाइम्स व्हाट हैपन, पोलिंग बूथ जो होते थे उनको लास्ट मिनट में उनकी प्लेस ही चेंज कर देते थे, जिससे कि लोगों को बहुत ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम होती थी। किस लिए? उनको वोटिंग करने में बहुत ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम होती थी। So, should we consider the elections described above as examples of the people electing their rulers? हमने चाइना का एग्जाम्पल देखा, हमने मेक्सिको का एग्जाम्पल देखा. In both the examples, we have seen directly or indirectly, party was playing dirty tricks. In Mexico, party was playing dirty tricks or threatening people to give vote for them. And in China we have seen that communist party needs the approval, sorry, a candidate need the approval of the Chinese Communist Party to elect for an election, right? So directly or indirectly you can say this is not the way this is not the way elections got held. So हमें इन्हें consider भी करना नहीं चाहिए. Reading these examples, we get a sense that we cannot. There are many problems here. In China, the elections do not offer the people any serious choice. लोगों के पास अगर सीरियसली देखे तो कोई चॉइस ही नहीं है कि वो किसे इलेक्ट करेंगे. अब कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी को जो मन आएगा वो उसी कैंडिडेट को बोलेगी, आप उन्हें अलाउ ही करेगी कि यस यू आर अलाउड टू कंटेस्ट एन इलेक्शन. और अगर उनको लगा कि नहीं हम इस कैंडिडेट को नहीं देंगे तो वो अलाउ ही नहीं करेगी. So they have to choose the ruling party and the candidate approved by it. Can we call this a choice? No, we can't call this a choice. In Mexican example, people seem to really have a choice, but in practice they had no choice. Reality में उनके पास choice ही नहीं है. There was no way the ruling party could defeat. Even if people were against it, there are not fair elections. Free and fair elections ही नहीं है. We can thus add a second feature to our democracy. What is that? It is a democracy must be based on a free and fair elections where those currently in power have a fair chance of losing. So, in a democracy, please underline this statement. In a democracy must be based on a free and fair elections. A free and fair election should be there in a democracy. Those who are in power have a fair chance of losing. ऐसा नहीं है एक बार वो पार्टी बना ली है उन्होंने, मेजॉरिटी में वो विन हो चुके हैं, गवर्नमेंट बना ली है, तो वो जो मन में आएगा वो करेंगे. और अगर एक बार जीत चुके हैं वो तो वो हमेशा जीतेंगे नहीं. एक फेयर चांस, उनको भी लूज करने का फेयर चांस मिलना चाहिए, दूसरे पार्टीज को भी इलेक्शंस को कंटेस्ट करने का प्लस उससे जीतने का मौका हमें देना चाहिए. ओके, वी विल रीड अबाउट दीज इलेक्शंस इन आवर थर्ड चैप्टर, दैट इज इलेक्टोरल पॉलिटिक्स. ओके, so we should give real choices to the candidates. Okay, so this
Hello.
is all.